The opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Eastlink TV, its sponsors, or partners.
This is one of those occasions where you don't have to search out a chip truck. They have found you, as long as you have found your way to downtown Sudbury for Poutine-fest. First time they've ever had anything like this here in Sudbury, and you can see by the crowds, this is pretty impressive. Even more impressive than the live bands, the stuff they have for the kids, it's the variety of poutine, because I mean, you are getting poutine influence from every corner of the world. Some stuff that really is truly revolutionary when it comes to poutine. Some things that you might say, well, that's kind of weird. Try it, trust me. That's what I'm here to do, and you're gonna watch it all as part of Off the Chip Wagon at Poutine-fest. So here we are at Poutine-fest in Sudbury, something new, and you've traveled a long way, Sali, all the way from the forest city of London, Ontario.
Yes.
What do you think of Sudbury so far?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I never been in Sudbury. I passed by one 10 years ago, but I never stopped here, and I love it. It's a beautiful city, a beautiful view. The people there are nice. I love it. And to be honest, it's a business doing good here. It's my second time I come on this city. I come a month ago. It was
the food fest down at the park.
Yes, and I come for the poutine because I like it here. I came yesterday.
And you have a bunch of trucks in the London area, so anybody in the forest city obviously can go and enjoy some of your trucks. What did you bring up for us here this weekend?
I brought here, because I have different trucks, I brought here poutine, where we sell in strictly poutine, where that's why they call Poutine-fest, but we have other things where probably, because I like to come here, I will bring the chicken, the European style grilled chicken, where it's the grilled veggies and grilled vegetable. It makes everything straight from the scratch. And yogurt fruits for next time, because it was short notice.
Oh yeah, you get a little sweet in there. But I mean, this is Poutine-fest, and I love the fact that, I mean, you've got a good variety there. You've got the Greek poutine going on there.
We have a Greek poutine, we have a Canadian poutine, we have pierogi poutine, we have veggie poutine, we have meat lovers poutine. We have lots where you don't even
have them advertised up there.
Yeah.
People
Sausage
just have
poutine, hot dog poutine.
It's like a little secret menu. You just have to go up and say, hey, do you have this? And yes, oh, let's make a poutine out of it, right?
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
What, did you have squirrel on the menu too? No? Because there's big squirrels in London and Sudbury.
Yes, it's true.
Maybe for some people, right? Not everyone likes Brussels sprouts. You got to know that here in Sudbury, I mean, people love pierogies. So doing a pierogi poutine, I think that's something unique and great. And I mean, the Greek poutine, those are two of the things that we're going to get a chance to try today. When you come up to an event like this, what's the one thing that you most look forward to?
We want to make the people happy, because a lot of people, they think it's one-time show and they don't see. No, we are looking in different direction, because people, they remember you. The food, they remember, they can wait. In a lot of cities, they say, oh, we waited for you almost a year to try again. For example, the pierogi poutine or sausage poutine, or what the people they like.
All right, Sali, so this is the pierogi poutine.
Pierogi poutine, yes.
Let me say right off the hop, I already snuck a French fry here. That's a lovely cook on the fries. That's golden. I mean, this isn't too greasy, and your gravy is fantastic.
And also the potatoes are fresh cut, straight.
Oh yeah,
right here.
I see pipes there working that. He doesn't need P90X for this. You're using Quebec curd, so squeaky cheese, also wonderful. And your pierogies, I'm a bit of an animal, so I use my fingers a lot. You deep fry the pierogies. And as a Polish kid who makes his own pierogies, I love the deep fried pierogies. It's non-traditional. You add that with your gravy and the cheese curds.
Yeah.
I can see why this is going to be a big seller for you this weekend at Poutine-fest, because that's delicious. The second one we have is this one. So which one is this?
This is Greek poutine, they call. It's cheese curd, gravy, and gyro. And also we asking people if they want any onion or some they want, some they don't. We're using also fried
onion would be great on the top
Yeah.
of that. Again, the cook on your fries is spectacular. And I love the fact that you're going to get that extra flavor boost from this meat. Greek Fest is very popular here in Sudbury. So you might have a bit of a battle on your hands for which one of these is going to come out number one at the end of the weekend. To me, the meat and the potatoes together with your gravy, that's great, and you're absolutely right. Get the onions thrown on top there,
Yeah.
and that is a winner. My good man, I'm going to shake with my other hand because I'm a little gravied
It's
at this
okay.
point.
Okay.
But you have a wonderful poutineery.
Thank
and I
you
think that
very
you're going
much.
to be very popular this weekend at Poutine-fest in Sudbury. Thanks for making the trip. You got to try these. And if you're here next year, the lineup's going to be even longer for this pierogi and this Greek poutine because they are awesome. So what did you think of Poutine-fest?
So far, so good. It's their first year, right?
Yeah, first year, and you got 4 varieties that you have on the table here with your clan here.
Yes, I had the pulled pork, Greek,
Chili.
Canadian bacon.
Canadian
Sali's.
bacon, all from Sally's. Yeah, that's pretty good. So what did you think? Which one was your favorite? Did you all sample from each other?
both. I preferred mine.
I can't tell. I'm going to have to go back for more.
That is a really good answer, and I'm sure he appreciates that, as do the other vendors here. Okay, so getting a little full here, so we need a little break. Gonna do some push-ups, some sit-ups, and maybe a few jumping jacks. Gonna make some room for more food. I mean, poutine and more. There's a bit of everything here as Off the Chip Wagon is enjoying Poutine-fest in downtown Sudbury. Okay, we are at Poutine-fest in downtown Sudbury, first year running this, all the way from Ottawa. We've got Roy from Smokin R&R's. What's behind the name, Roy?
Smokin R&R. So you remember the movie The Mask?
Of course.
Smokin'! So that's what it all started with, was that idea of smoking. Like, what can we smoke? So we're smoking salmon normally, we smoke bison, we smoke vegetables because I quit smoking cigarettes. So why not start
Smoke meat.
smoking foods, right?
Usually when
So
people
we-
are smoking downtown, it's something other than
that's
cigarettes
it.
anyway, right?
So that's one of our catchphrases, is ask what the boys are smoking today. So when you come up to the window, we're usually smoking something fresh. So today we've got some really nice smoked buffalo poutine. So it's smoked buffalo with vegetables, corn, peppers, and onions. And we got a vegetarian, we got a medley of vegetables there, but we also feature here at this poutine, we decided to do butter poached lobster, we did a Cajun shrimp, we got what we think is the most fabulous of all poutines is our smoked pulled pork salmon.
I can imagine that'd be pretty good.
So we do 24 hours to 26 hours we put into our smoking pulled pork. Fresh pork shoulder, smoked in it 6 hours, then slow roasted in our oven inside the trailer. So we have smokers on premises sometimes, but when it's a big event like this, we don't do it because of safety reasons.
What are you using for smokers? And using the Traegers or using charcoal, wood?
No, actually, we just use those little box, simple ones, those Mastercrafts. I find them
Really?
to be the easiest to work with, and they're propane start, and I only smoke with apple wood. I find it to be a sweeter flavor. It keeps more moisture in the meat. We also do a maple turkey. This year we decided to go to turkey instead of chicken.
Well, that would be something a little bit different, and turkey can be a dry meat, but I mean, when you smoke it anyway and you add a sauce to it, that's probably fantastic.
Cranberry, maple, a little bit of orange, a little citrus hit. It's really nice.
It's like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner in a box.
right there.
Now, you got me double fisting here downtown, which again, normally doesn't involve things at Poutine, more like cold beverages that I probably shouldn't drive afterwards with. I really can't wait to get in
drive
on
after
this.
having 2 poutines either. You might get that food coma.
I'm probably just going to pass out in the street here as it is from a food coma, because if you can't tell, this is a lot. Like, I mean, this has to be almost a pound in each hand.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely. Like we as a actual unit, Smokin R&R is a mobile kitchen. We don't want to be known as a chip wagon. But when we do something, we do it fresh, we do it vibrant, we do it with love and care. 35 years cooking experience I have. Started when I was 13 years old. I'm a chef. 3 years ago, I got into this and I said to myself, man, I want to create a product that people will stand in line. If they stand in line, they're going to say, wow, that was a long lineup. But when they're done, they're going to go, that was worth every minute, every moment, and whatever they valued, it was worth it for them.
and I can tell you that, I mean, when you talk about lineups, yours is curved onto the sidewalk and around that little tent over there, and I don't even think we're at noon yet.
No, we haven't even started. I was running already this morning.
So what's the volume then do you think you go through on something like your pulled pork in an event like this?
Well, we kind of hope that we're going to sell 500 poutines a day. That's the hope, you know.
So how many pounds of pulled pork would that translate to roughly?
About 30 kilos. So that's
30 kilos.
6. Yeah. So we're talking about 60, 80 pounds, somewhere in there. About 100 pounds of pulled pork. I did 100 pounds of pulled pork, 50 pounds of turkey. I have 200 pounds of bison. I have 60 bags of potatoes on hand. Now check this out. There's 5 bags of cheese curds in a case. We already went through 6, and I already got 8 on hand. So,
wow. And you're using the real curds too.
Yeah, we're not fooling around. Smokin R&R is always about fresh, vibrant. You know, anything you have on our menu, anything that you choose from our wagon, we say that you will not be disappointed. So, and we also have gluten-free fries. We don't do anything in our fryer except for fries. Always, always.
Excellent. I mean, I'm so excited for this. Like, you have no idea. The smell coming off of these is incredible.
And it's hot,
and
too.
just the color.
Yeah,
I mean, the color on this. All right, so this one here is the bison poutine.
Yeah. Smokin' bison poutine, real cheese. Go for it. That's what it's all about.
This is going to get really messy now.
Well, the French people say if it's got a long pull, that's the real cheese, and you know you get the real stuff. Eh? St. Albert's Cheese Curds is famous, and it's famous for a reason.
I've been telling girlfriends that for years. They just won't believe me on that.
So
Even
bison is a 35% leaner product already, you know? So, like right off the get-go, it's better for you. So now, who can say that a poutine is better for you? Well, it's something that I can claim to. I consider like this one is the gravy's vegetarian, so it's, you know, and wow, like what better can you have? Potatoes, cheese, and gravy, and then you put some bison on there.
I love the bison on this. This is
nice and flavorful, eh?
That's fantastic, and it's falling apart. Really nicely done on this one.
Fresh herbs.
Let's switch off here.
And then that's our vegetarian. So I got mushrooms, zucchini, tomato, some carrot. You know, like all the things that vegetarians don't get in their wagon most of the time. They get like, seriously, you have to ask some vegetarians. They go to wagons and they say, oh man, that's just, go for it.
And I've been saying for years that if you advertise vegan on your truck, you should do well, but it's funny because there's a truck in town that advertised that and it says it hurts them more than it helps them at a lot of events.
Yeah.
But I mean, for a poutine, this is far more than you would get on a vegetarian poutine than I've seen in most places. The color's gorgeous on that.
Now, what the real secret is the Smokin R&R seasoning spice. I have almost 90 different spices in my seasoning spice. Like, I know I'm a little fanatic, but it took a long time. So I developed a rub that goes for pork, turkey, salmon, bison, and vegetables, and it all gives you a different flavor.
Roy, I'm not going to shake your hand. I'm going to hug you. This is glorious.
Thank you.
Poutine-fest, you're going to get something and everything, and I'm telling you, Smokin R&R's, this is legit poutine. You have gone for the high test here. You've got the lobster poutine.
Oh yeah.
What do you
It's
think?
absolutely delicious. The hollandaise sauce is perfectly buttery. The lobster is actually cooked perfectly. And even like the gravy underneath, oh my God, it's so good.
Do you mind if I pull your hair? Because I want to see if you're Gordon Ramsay under there with a description like that. But, wow, good morning sunshine too. Look at the size of that lobster claw.
Oh yeah, that's huge. That's not the only one. There was like about 5 that big, and then like 5 like really meaty pieces up on top of that. Like they don't chintz on the lobster.
Poutine-fest in downtown Sudbury, first time running this event, and as you can see, it is up to the people to decide. The people, that is you, who had the best poutine here. And I've got my opinion, you have yours. Opinions are like butt cheeks. They come in pairs and everybody has them. But it's going to be interesting. Is it going to be the local guy? Is it going to be the team from Ottawa who was voted to have the second best poutine in Ottawa? Maybe the guys from London? Possibly a wild card like a Beavertail. We'll find out as Poutine-fest continues in downtown Sudbury. And we're here at Poutine-fest in Sudbury with Riley, the organizer. I mean, all things poutine, that's what this weekend's about, right?
Yes, yes it is.
Okay, so my question to you, let's see how much you know about poutine. Where did poutine originate?
I'm assuming Quebec.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good. And a lot of people would think, you know, it was Quebec City or Montreal. It was a little place called Warwick, actually.
Okay.
There's an interesting poutine fact. When the person came in to request the cheese curds with the gravy on the fries, basically the chef in the kitchen was like, well, this is just basically making a giant mess. And when you translate it, that's where the name poutine comes from.
Okay, very cool. Very cool.
The organizer, you didn't even know that,
No,
huh?
I didn't. I like to eat them. I like to eat them.
So we've got a pretty diverse range of poutines here, but maybe some things for next year. What would you think about a dessert poutine? If maybe they piped some funnel cake into a fryer and then found some kind of nice, you know, dulce leche to put on top of that and some ice cream.
I want that right now.
That
sounds delicious.
And I mean, it can't be poutine without cheese, right? So you probably get some, like, I don't know, maybe some cream cheese that is mixed in there. That might be good.
That would be delicious.
A Northern Ontario poutine, taking a look at, you know, a lot of the local farmers that we have going on here. Maybe you could do something with wild game, find someone to do that next year.
Yes.
Like a moose meat or possibly a venison with like a blueberry style gravy on there.
That's a great idea.
You see, I'm spitballing ideas to the organizer Poutine-fest. What would you think would be a dream poutine? Other than having it off of like Brad Pitt or Channing Tatum, because let's face it. It's about as perfect as it gets for a lot of people.
For me, a dream poutine is just crispy fries, really great cheese curds, and a really nice gravy. That is my dream poutine.
And what's nice here is that a lot of people think that the poutine gravy just has to be, you know, like beef-based or chicken-based, but there's a lot of vegetable-based gravies that are being used here this weekend, and I don't think a lot of people realize that.
No, yeah, we do have, we have vegetarian poutines, we also have vegan poutines, and gluten-free poutines as well.
And I
kind
mean,
of for everybody.
Vegan and gluten-free, that's all the rage these days, so, you know, that's great to include everybody in an event like this.
Yeah, for sure.
What's something you would like to see possibly in the future for this?
Definitely more local vendors, right? And just having Sudbury really come out and have a great time.
Well, I'm sure that the people here are going to have a great time, and one of the nice things as well that will have them having an even better time are one of these really snazzy off the Chip Wagon utensil packages.
Yes.
You never know when poutine pops up, huh? I am here to present you with the official off the Chip Wagon.
Thank you.
Cutlery.
Perfect. I will use this on a poutine.
A man knows he's made it big time when he can give away plastic utensils like that.
Yes.
Thank you, Eastlink. Riley.
Perfect. Thank you.
Let's go for high fives on that. Poutine-fest, downtown Sudbury. Poutine-fest, downtown Sudbury, first year running, and the nice thing is that we've got Beavertails here. And Ray, this is your first year running this.
Yes.
And I mean, first year with Poutine-fest, you do have poutine, but you also have
Beavertails. Basically, we're renowned for the world famous pastry. Started in Ottawa, and now we're slowly but fully grown in Northern Ontario. I've got the rights to Northern Ontario, and we've got this little mobile trailer going around, and probably having a lot of conversations to expand for next year because the popularity has been phenomenal. And what I thought would be a part-time job has led to more than a full-time job, and So now it's a plan for next year. How do we grow this to please more people?
Oh, I can imagine, because I mean, whenever you go to the nation's capital, it's always a staple to try and get yourself one of these Beavertails. And bringing it here to Northern Ontario at something like Poutine-fest, it's an opportunity for people to get some dessert along with poutine.
Well, you've got the #1 and the #2 foods in Canada that were voted last year, so what better can you do for an event?
Exactly. What are some of the interesting flavors you've got here? Now, I know this one is the Nutella and banana, correct?
Yeah, it's a chocolate banana with a little twist with the way we do the Beavertail, but seems to be one that's really grown a lot of popularity. Of course, the original one with our brown cinnamon sugar has been still a large amount of our sales, but from maple to chocolate to Reese's, to add the peanut butter to apple seems to be one that's really picking up in Northern Ontario.
I can see that. And with the fall coming up, apples are generally a big seller anyway.
Apple pies are popular here, and it's got that twist to it. So, and just basically the quality ingredient products we put on it are just amazing, and makes it an amazing treat to have.
Now, I understand that you have to conform to the franchise, menu request per se.
Yes.
Have you had anybody here ask you to actually put their poutine on their Beavertail?
No, we haven't.
Because I might ask you to do that later.
Everything's negotiable. But
everything has a price, right? Okay, so let's go over here at Beavertail's. Ray, what have you made for us today?
This is our Beavertail flavor is the chocolate banana. It's become one of the popular flavors that we have. It's basically a chocolate hazelnut with bananas and a little bit of icing sugar on top, and blanked it underneath with our famous Beavertail and recipe for that.
So without actually saying what this is, it is probably something that rhymes with spatella.
Very, very close, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's dig in here. And I mean, Beavertails, they're always meant to be shared. So why don't you rip a little chunk off for yourself there, too?
I haven't eaten yet today, so maybe that'll be my energy
treat?
Snack. I usually have this about 9, 10 o'clock at night.
All right. And here, let's do the classic.
Oh. This is why I bought this.
It's the crispiness, and then you get that richness from that stuff that rhymes with Nutella. And the fresh banana, man, this is gooey. This is messy.
No, this one is one of the clean ones. If you try the avalanche, you need a few extra napkins.
Probably a few shots of insulin, too. Just saying.
Just if need be, yes.
If need be. Keep it handy.
So.
Awesome job. Beavertails, Poutine-fest in Sudbury. It's a must-have. You got to come try it.
Come and see us. We'll be glad to serve you.
This, sir, I am blown away by this, not because of your age, but this is a first for you. This is the first poutine in your life you've ever had.
In my life.
And
First
me
time.
too.
First
And
time.
you too.
Yeah, we never had it before.
May I ask where you're from?
From Sudbury.
And I know this is the Big Nickel and we're big in mining, but exactly what rock were you living under that you have avoided?
One in Garson.
Poutine. That's incredible. What did you get? Now, as the person who's been the gateway, the pusher of the poutine across the table, what did you introduce them with?
Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon. So, I mean, now you're going high end with the bacon, the cheese.
And that's what I said to them. I said, no, you got to try it without the bacon, because otherwise you're not getting a poutine.
But what do you think of it so far?
So far, so good. I just hope I don't run into my doctor.
So what do you think about being here at Poutine-fest? Do you like it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good poutine. I love poutine.
What's been your favorite so far?
I don't know.
You don't know? You have to put something. Have they all been your favorite?
Yeah.
How about you?
All of them been my favorite.
Well, I've lost track of my calorie count at this point, but the nice little commemorative off the Chip Wagon cutlery and utensil set has really come in handy. The smells, the poutine, the amount of road work and cardio I'm going to have to do after this, well worth it. It's Poutine-fest, Sudbury. Can't wait till next year.